family, today we're going to talk about how you can start frugal living from anywhere, anytime, any age, and we are going to get started now. Now, when I started high school, my parents used to give me upkeep, and I normally wanted to keep this money so that I could use it to buy other things that I wanted in life. But I normally found it difficult to save this money because I had no goal as to why I had no bigger dream or bigger goal as to why I was saving this money. Number two is that I could first spend this money and I could be like, what will remain is what I will save, and in the long run I would end up spending all the money and I would not remain with any money to save at all. So in this video I want to talk about how you can start your frugal living from the lessons that I learned in high school and that I fixed now, that I can be able to start my frugal living with you in this video. So number one is to have a dream or to have a goal as to why you are saving that money, or as to why you are limiting the amount of money you have to spend. If you have a goal that I want to buy an iPhone, you want to buy a laptop, you want to buy that new shoe, that will keep in your mind and it will limit you from extravagant spending because you will be having a dream as to why you are spending. Number two is to first wait for some time before buying that something that you want to buy at the moment. For example, if you want to buy a new phone on market, you will have to first wait for some time for that price to come down. For example, when I bought my phone that I'm using now to film most of my videos, uh the phone came out in January 2023. That was Samsung A14. When it came out in January 2023, I wanted this phone, but the amount at which it came was very high, so I waited for the amount to first come down and I bought it in December 2023. That may seem as a very long time, but it wasn't affecting me at all because I'm a student and most of the time I spend it at school. So to me, in December was the right time for me to buy this phone because the prices had now come down and there are more other models of Samsung that are coming out latest, and the other version seems a little bit old now because new versions are coming in, but the price has come down. That is why you need to wait for the price of something to come down after some time if you don't need it in immediately, or if it is not emergency. Another thing is that you need to actually stop wasteful or extravagant spending on things which are not really very important in your life. And you may think that this is going to stress out your life, or this is going to make you actually live a stressful life or feel like you are tortured. But if this is very difficult for you, uh, you can use other ways, or you can use substitute ways to help you continue living that lifestyle that you want. For example, if you find it difficult to leave that cup of coffee for $6 per day, you can opt to make coffee at home, which is also very helpful because it will be saving you from extravagant spending and you'll be still getting the same coffee that you would be getting at a certain restaurant in your area. If you wanted to eat lunch, for example, instead of going to that restaurant, you can cook that lunch from home and you pack it. It can be really stressful, but it helps a lot because it will save you from spending a lot more cash than you have to spend, because if you cook food at home, you'll be saving more money than just buying it from a restaurant. Now, another issue that I want to address here is very important. This is about quitting alcohol. Alcohol takes a lot of money, and quitting it will be saving you from spending a lot of money. Alcohol will actually take you nowhere apart from intoxicating your body and making you feel different from the community, and this is actually not good at all. Leaving alcohol will help you to save extra income to be used in other important areas of your life. I know this might be This is not very easy, as especially if you are already addicted to it, but you can find all ways of quitting alcohol or any drug that takes your income, because this is not really important apart from destroying your health and the people around you. Another tip that I would give you to start frugal living is to actually find uh, a part-time job to help you earn extra income for yourself that you can be using to save. I am still a student, but I have side hustles that I'm working on right now, including this very one that I'm doing, that is content creation. Finding a side hustle will help you to get more income than uh, finding a side hustle will help you to find more income to be able to invest in your business, or to be able to invest in other areas of your life, so that you can be able to live free. Would first save, as I have told you, that I would first spend my money in high school before I could save actually some of it. This is where I come with an important point, that if you are starting to save, you need to automate your savings. Like if you are earning a certain amount of money, you need to first remove your savings first before you start spending that money, because if you start spending it before saving it, you'll end up eating all that money, and this will not be helpful at all, and you'll end up saving nothing. So automate your savings if possible, and make sure that whenever you get your income, the savings are the first to be removed from that income, because if you don't, you end up eating the whole amount, as I used to do when I was in high school. Now after I would this money, I would now start borrowing from my neighbors at school, and this would get me into debt, and whenever they could send me more money, I could start paying these debts that I had been eating when I was in high school, and in the end I would remain with no money at all. So that brings us to another important point, that get out of debt as possible as you can, because being in debt will actually not help you, but will be putting you into a risk of spending more income than you have to spend. For example, if you want to buy a phone, uh, that is, let us say, if you want to buy a phone of $100, and I want to buy the same phone at $100, but you have cash, I don't have cash, so I get a debt. So I get a debt to buy that phone. I will end up someone who has paid cash will end up paying $100, whereas someone who has borrowed some money, or who has used the debt, will end up paying $116, because this debt has an interest rate. So this will make him to pay more.